Hello guys, it's Bongi here. Anyway, Parev, Namaste, Ni Hao, Akwaba, DAP, Sanbonani, Tumilang, Huyamor, Ola, Ok. Anyway, guys, we have an Toshiba here. I think this is a Toshiba, yes. It's giving some client some issues. They're saying it turns on and then sometimes it's shut down, turns on, and then it shows some funny thing on the screen and all those funny behaviors. Anyway, this is gonna be a nice lesson today because I want to focus more on the reading. Okay, the reading that you get on the multimeter, that's so important. I won't call this thing ohms or whatsoever voltages. I'm gonna make it simple this time. So what you need to do, you have to turn on your multimeter, turn it on, and then put it on the continuity mode or diode mode. Okay, we'll be using a diode mode and the continuity mode. Listen to this part carefully because you will have to master this in order to understand the whole thing. Okay, let's assume I have two probes. As I have two probes, right? So if I check from here to this ground to here, the multimeter will say those 2 points are connected directly with 0 0, meaning the distance within them is just close. It's 0 0. Let's assume it's 0 0. Okay, forget about ohms, forget about voltages. Let's just put it in a simple way. They're connected within 0 distance, meaning they are close to one another. 0, they are interconnected. Okay, there's no distance, there's no 10 distance, there's no 20 ohms, there's no distance between them, but they are connected. All right, listen to this party then. We are checking between the 2 points from here to here, and it tells you that they are connected direct with 0 0. There's no 10 distance, 20, 15, 100, no. All right. So when you are checking MOSFETs, the distance on the drain and source and the gate, it shouldn't be 0 0 at all. It should be like 400, 300, 500, 700, depending on the type of a MOSFET that you are using or on the type of a MOSFET that you are measuring. But it should be far away from 0. Even far away from 100s, maybe 200s, even far away from 200, 300 is fine. There should be a long distance in between. If it says 10, then it means there's a close distance between drain and source, meaning you have to change that MOSFET. And obviously the meter will beep because it beeps around 80 something. It will beep telling you that there is a problem. It's close. It's related close to one another. Anyway. Let's do this. Here I removed a neck token capacitor, of which I believe it was causing this board to do some funny things. But check here. When I was checking for ground, I normally put the positive probe to ground and I use the negative, the ground probe, to check. It says 008. See the distance there between the ground. I'm checking the distance between the ground from this point to this point, the ground, and then that certain point. It says 0008 and the multimeter is beeping. What about the other one? The other one, it says 0, meaning it's ground. See, this one is ground. Okay, the other one is ground. But this one it's 8, 7. You know why? It doesn't mean that's power rail. It's bad. This is a CPU section. It doesn't mean it's bad or it's shorted. So what you do, you remove the CPU. You check without the CPU. Now that we have removed the CPU, let's go ahead. Let's check without the CPU. You repeat the same process. One probe to ground. Okay, this is 0 0. This is ground. It's fine. Let's check the other side. It says 78. And I told you it shouldn't be 70 something at all. It should be 400, 300 without the CPU. That's 78 is bad. It's bad. This means those are MOSFETs. They've lost I think the value. They're getting very low now, of which is not good. They're bad. They need to be changed. Let's check on the coils. Check there on the coils. 78. Okay, this is what you do. You check your thing, turn it on, and then go ahead. You remove both MOSFETs. There are 4 MOSFETs here. You remove both of them. Okay, all right. We're done. I have removed those 2 guys. So now Stello will give us those 4 MOSFETs. But I think here 2 of them are faulty. Do you know which one are faulty? The one connected to ground, they will be faulty. I know for sure. But I will confirm. Okay. You put 1 probe there and then we check. 535. I'm not sure if you can see it. This one is 535. Let's check the other one. $535. What about this one? There we go. 84. We have a problem. Put it aside. What about this? So this one? There we go. 93. Okay, these are bad guys. They need to be removed. So I have some 4 here. Gonna give me 4. So let's go ahead. Let's test them. They have to be N channel MOSFET 543. Fine. Put them one side. What about this one? $493. It's fine. 493 and 5 something is fine. Let's check this one. Okay, this is fine. 5. Let's remove this. Okay, this is fine. What about this? Let's remove this 499. Yeah, guys, let's put them back. And then once we put them back on the board, remember here on the motherboard we were getting how much? It was 78 if I'm not mistaken. It's just that right now the board is hot a little bit. So if I can check now, we can check now without those guys there. You will see that the value. Let's check anyway. You'll see yourself. You'll see by yourself. Check there. 94, 95. If I can check again, it's gonna change. It's gonna be 96, 99, 97. You see why? Because the motherboard is hot. But it's no longer 78. It's gonna go to 300, 400. You'll see. So what I can do is let's put back those components. I know some of you they wanna see via the microscope, of which I don't mind. Let's do that. Let's put back those guys using a microscope. So what you do is first you prepare, you clean and you prepare the pads. Okay, so now what you do, this is where I remove those MOSFETs. Guys, I know I use the best microscope. See the quality, it's top. I've been getting these comments, people asking me about my microscope. Anyway, I use Akin's microscope. It's the best. But I think what do you call this one? There's this one, this brand. I trust this brand. I wanna try that one with 41 megapixel. Okay, prepare the board. This is how you prepare everything, the pads. Let's make sure. It's more flaxy. See how good this flux. Now let's come here. You do the same thing, you put flux. Now we need solder. Solder. Now you remove this. It's too much. Ah, killing someone. I heard the gunshot. All right, I'm done on the side. What about the other side? Yes, we have to prepare the side. I hope you can see how bad it is. It's extremely bad. It's so dry. They can't go. You need to be my
drama.
You need to be my brother here. I'm telling you the truth. You need to be my brother and ask them questions. Yes. Those questions, Baba. And you're my brother from my mother. So
Is this a charger for it?
yeah. Came in the church. You can't leave me like this.
Can't.
You never take us and go make baby. Now we're now we're gonna stay with you.
You never know, man.
You have a good point there.
Yeah.
I need to leave.
I need alcohol.
Hey.
Alright guys, here we go. We have alcohol. Let's clean this pot. What you do? Hey. Imagine this stupid thing is no longer working. Why? Oh yeah, here we go. It's now working. Let's clean the motherboard. Let's clean this place. Alright, check him in.
Flash that thing out.
Yes, I'm gonna fix those USB just for fun
Flash it out.
because I can fix them.
Yes.
Man, if I die, man. Yeah. If those.
Will be his last one.
Ndifuna ukubuza usibani ngamnqabela mfethu yazi. Yes, uthi ufuna ukungena uthi no ways nje ukuthi kumele benze indlela ngosike sikusisiso siya reportwa yes phela lapho. Yes, siya reportwa. Yeah, kodwa nawe yazi usibani uphala ngipha khona so ngifuna ukungena mayingena.
Kodwa bonke.
Yini? Kwenziwa ngosiko into mfethu hayibuthi phela kusho ukuthini? Yes. Kwenziwa ngosiko. Yes, abasibhekisisa ukufana kuzwa ngosiko. Besho ingane nje ku wrong nje. Against the law cause ingane enganabazali baboshwe nyabazali. Yes, the master the law kumele benakele. Hayi nakele mina awubokubona blow. Yes. 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 Even if ngihlaba it doesn't matter bro wami. But the fact ukuthi nje benze into engekho wrong. That's bad. Kumele follow i-culture mfethu. Ingane ngichawa la ngaphandle uthatha. Naw so umthisi kuyafana.
Kuyafana.
Yes.
Awuthi kube ke-cherry ngeke.
You never know. You never know. Okay guys, let's go ahead. Now let's check. You know how to check, right? Turn on your multimeter. Ta-da! And then put one probe to ground. Let's check there again. Now 108. What about the other one? 108. Okay guys, this is not good. I don't understand why it's 108. It means something is still pulling down the power, but it's better as compared to that. Okay, let's check. Oh, the pot is still warm. I think that's why. So now what we do, rotate the board, and then you use 4 lithium capacitors where you remove the networking, and you confirm which one is ground, which one is positive. This is ground. Okay, so ground will be this side, and this is positive. So the positive will be this side. Right, let's continue. I'm gonna show you under the microscope.
Put the microscope up.
I don't be able to see, so I will have to put it first and then show them later. Well, I'm gonna find them, right? Check it. I will see them in my state of tune upon
Yeah.
eliminate them negative, eliminate the positive.
Doesn't matter which one.
No, but it's matter because if you look at you know it's more negative, you know it's more positive, so it's that much.
It's not written there on the capacity which one is positive and which one is.
No.
That's why I'm asking it. It doesn't matter what
It
side.
does.
Mm.
It does. So this is polarized. But now, if it doesn't match, the two is non-polarized.
Oh, okay.
But this one is polarized, meaning it does have side negative and positive. And about my pants, see outside, with negative and positive. But this is positive and this is negative. Even though I'm a picture, I think what's in the market is positive.
It's a positive.
All right, guys. So let's check. So what you do before you continue with the other two, you check, you confirm if there's a short or no short. Okay, it says what with the 260. It means no short. Let's install another two. Right. Done. It's done. It's done. Let me show you how it looks under the microscope. It looks like this. Let's have a look. Yeah, bro. So here there was a networking capacitor. So what you do, you remove it, and then you mount those titanium capacitors. You put 2 of 380, and then another 2 here. Hope you can see. So now what you do, we need to clean the board, and then that we'll turn on the machine, assemble everything, and then turn on the machine. Anyway, guys, the main thing here, it wasn't on the machine turning on. I wanted to show you the value. So important to take notes of those readings on the multimeter. Consider them as a distance between the 2 points. If the 2 points are close to one another, then you'll have a low value from 500 down. It can be thousands, it can be any amount, but just to understand the whole thing, consider the 2 points as a distance, so that it will make more sense, because some people they will never understand the thing. So I'm trying to simplify repairs. I want to make them easy as possible. I'm not sure if it does make any sense, but if you get something like below 190, even 100 as well, you have to check your MOSFET. This means one of them has a low value. It should give you something like 300, 500 if they're all fine. It means that since there we have a CPU, I'm gonna check in a way without the CPU. I'm gonna check. Let's clean this, and then I'll check later on. Yes.
I know what to do.
No, next time we get some. I'm gonna keep our machine going. We need to learn this thing. Which is easy, is. When you check kanjani. One side ne diode. So more check one side come mangatala. I'll read on one side, but on the other side I'll read. I'll buy a track for multimeter and buy my prop. Is. So now let's check. One probe to ground, and I normally use positive probe to ground. 131, I'm not sure if it does make any sense. 132, 134, 132, 33. Right, it's fine. It should be 500 or 400, but since it says 130 something, it's fine. Maybe something else. It's pulling that power down. But again, let's continue. So this is it anyway. We're gonna use this machine. It's now working fine. And then here we have 3.3 and 5 volts. Let's check the 3.3 and 5 volts. But it's fine because the machine was turning on even from initially. See, 115, it's bad. What about the other one? 113, it's bad. It means one of the MOSFETs has a low value. Anyway, I believe the machine is working, even though one of those has a low value. But my main concern was there on the CPU, plus that neck, plus this next check on capacitor, of which it was removed by Stelo. Anyway, this is it, guys. You see this 1115, it's not good. You have to change this MOSFET. Make sure you get 300, 500 or something. Put another MOSFET here. But in this case, I won't change them. I believe the machine will work fine, even though they are low. But it's bad. So I'm just gonna leave it right here. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye bye and take care.